Yo, what is up guys? Rob here with another WoW video. Today we are going to be talking about the best PvP add-ons you should have in Arena. If you find this video helpful, please hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, hit the notification bell, and leave a comment and I'll try to answer any questions you might have. Also, make sure to follow me on twitch.tv/IIZRoberto to know when I go live. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Before the video starts, I'm just going to explain what's ahead in the video. So the first part of the video is going to be me showing you all the add-ons I use and giving a quick explanation about each of them and how to use them and etc, etc. And then the second part of the video is going to be me in an arena match trying to explain the add-ons as the arena match is going on. I don't care if I win or lose, I'm just going to try to explain what these add-ons are doing and why you should have them too. So that's just a quick little heads up. Alright, so the first two add-ons you want are called GladiusEX and sArena. We're going to be talking about these two add-ons first because they're the most important and they work together in making you have a better understanding of what's going on in an arena match. So GladiusEX right here and sArena. So let's turn them on. We're going to put test on. First thing you want to do is have the layout set to Zaryu. It's by default it's Blizz Arena. You don't want it to look like this. It looks kind of clunky. So I tried all of them and my favorite one is Zaryu and it looks like this. And then the other one is GladiusEX. We're just going to turn this on too. Test 3v3. And then right now you have two frames right here. You have this section here, which is your own party members, and then you have the enemy right here. So you don't want the party members because you're going to be using just classic raid frames. So let's just get rid of this. You go to GladiusEX, go to testing, actually just go to general and then show arena frames. You want that checked, but you want to take off show party frames. So it'll get rid of that one so you don't see your party members. And then the next thing you want to do is go to Arena and get rid of all of these. Uncheck all of these except cooldown. So we're going to get rid of announcements, get rid of that, this one, get rid of all these, just keep cooldowns. So we're getting rid of all of these, and now we just have cooldowns right here. And then the next thing you want to do is just go to general right here. The frame background color, you want to put it all the way to the bottom right here. And then hit OK. So right now, all you're seeing is the biggest cooldown abilities of each class that you're fighting in the arena. So what I like to do is, I just figured this out recently. I used to use Gladius normal, but now I use this setup because it looks much better on my UI. So now I'm going to just put each of them underneath the arena frames from GladiusEX. And you want to go to general again and unclick group unit frames. Get rid of this so you can move each of these individually and just put them underneath the arena frames. So we have arena 1 over here, arena 2 over here, and arena 3 over here. Put that right there. And now you have all the major cooldowns of that specific class for each class. And then you are able to see from GladiusEX the trinket, the racial that the class might have, and you're able to see what class they are. So for instance, these are just all mage examples. You're able to see what they cast. So for example, casting a polymorph, you can see the percentage of their health and mana. You can see their spec, which is frost right here. And you see their arena frame 1, arena frame 2, arena frame 3, their trinket, and their racial abilities. And then with GladiusEX, we just put over here the abilities right here. So we have sArena right here, and then GladiusEX underneath the sArena frames. And then once you have the frames underneath, all you have to do is go to GladiusEX, go to cooldowns, and then Just delete group 2, you don't need this. Just keep group 1. And then what you want to do is go to the cooldown list, and now you can see all the cooldowns of every single class. So we have Death Knights here first, and then the baseline cooldowns. Basically every Death Knight spec has these, and check off the ones that are important to you. So I'll just check off like the major cooldowns here, for example. Like Icebound Fortitude, we'll keep that one. We'll keep AMS, and we'll keep Death Grip. We're not going to keep Mind Freeze because we're going to have a separate bar just for that. That's going to be later on in the video. And then we can go to talents, important talents like Anti-Magic Zone. That's pretty important. And yeah, these are important, but they're not like major cooldowns. And then you can go to each spec individually here and check them all out, which abilities you find important, and put them over here, and then they will show up here when you're fighting your opponent. So you do this for every single class. It takes like 5 to 10 minutes. All the important talents from all the specs. You got the baseline, the talents, and all the specs. And if you want to make their cooldowns bigger, all you have to do is just go to cooldowns right here, and then scroll down in the general tab. Scroll down, go to the size, and you can make the icons bigger so it's easier for you to see. So just line them up nicely over here. Hit OK, and then just move them like this. There should be like a white invisible like highlighted bar on top of the cooldowns, and just drag them up nicely. And now they're big enough. So now you see all the information you need right here, and the cooldowns they have available, and the timer on the cooldowns, and all that important stuff right there. So that's how you set up GladiusEX with sArena to have an awesome UI to know exactly what's going on in the arena. Alright, so the next add-on we're going to be talking about is called Omni bar. I have 2 tabs here. I have 2 bars. I have a kick bar, which comes standard with the add-on, and then I have a cooldowns bar, which is separate. I used to use the cooldowns bar to just see every cooldown, like major cooldown that popped up from the enemy team, but since I just figured out how to use Gladius with sArena like this, this is much easier, and I'm going to probably just make the cooldowns tab like some important things that I'm not good at seeing yet in Arena. So for now, we're just going to look at the kicks tab, and right here you can see all the spells that every class has, and their kick abilities are checked off. So we have Mind Freeze here for Death Knights. Demon Hunters we have Disrupt. Druids we have Skull Bash and Solar Beam, and all the other classes also have the kick ability there. So basically what it looks like is, here we go, we're going to press test. Just ignore this left side. Every time someone uses their kick ability on you, it'll pop up right here, and then there's going to be a cooldown timer for when they have that ability back up. So this is good for healers, especially like healers that have to cast a lot. So when you see a rogue kicks you, it'll pop up right here just like this, and then you know that you're able to free cast after that. So fake the cast right here. Do a fake cast, and then hopefully they do not kick you, and their kick misses, and it'll pop up here, and then you'll have 15 seconds to free cast like that, and you know you're safe to cast because now you know he missed his kick and you're able to cast. So that's one way to use it. There's also other ways to use it as well. For example, if you're trying to play offensively and cast like a big damage, if you're a DPS, like a caster for instance, you can fake the kick by fake casting, and then you're able to free cast on the DPS in front of you. So those are 2 ways to use it, from a DPS caster point of view and a DPS from a healer point of view. So that's how you use Omnibar for kicks, and then you can also use Omnibar for certain cooldowns you want. So you just create a new bar, cooldowns bar for me. That was what I named it. And then go to spells, and then put all the important cooldowns that you can't see yet. Just put them here. So this is what I used to use before I had this sArena and GladiusEX setup over here. So you would just put up like all the important major cooldowns that every class has. So like Bash, Roar, Bestial Wrath, Aspect of the Turtle, etc, etc. You don't have to put every ability, just the ones that you don't see yet. So for example, like I have a hard time seeing Thorns. I don't know why. I've always had a hard time seeing Thorns. That's like one that I'll probably keep here, just to make sure I have a better, I have more information here to show me that a druid is using Thorns. And it looks exactly the same as a kick. When someone uses Thorns, for instance, it'll pop up right here and it'll show the cooldown, and yeah, then you understand that you can push in and do an attack or start running away if they have Thorns on, or when they have cooldowns up and all that stuff. So it makes it a lot easier for you to understand what's going on in the arena and what you should do against your opponent. The next super important add-on you want is called Omni Cooldown. So what this does is just show on your arena frames, right next to your arena frames, it'll show your teammates' major cooldowns and if they use them or not. So here's an example. You just go to Add-ons, Omni Cooldown, go to Friendly, Arena, Enable, and then test it out. So I don't have frames set up on this character as nicely as I want, but usually my frames are right here, and I'm able to see all my teammates' major cooldowns and to see what they have left or what they don't have left. And this is helpful because you always want to coordinate your cooldowns as a team. So for example, if I'm trying to heal my teammate who is, let's say a rogue for instance, and he's getting hit hard by melee DPS, and I'm like in a fear by a priest or something like that, I can tell him, hey, use evasion so I can save my trinket and I can save my bubble. And this works especially well if you're not in like Discord or something like that. If you don't have any way to communicate with them, you can just see their cooldowns and what cooldowns they have left, and just make sure you don't overlap your defensive cooldowns or even your offensive cooldowns. So another example would be, let's see, I'm using Haj, and he uses his kidney shot. We don't want to overlap that because then we have stun DR and it just doesn't work out well. You got to use these cooldowns correctly to set up a kill and to survive defensively. If we didn't have these, then I would use my trinket and bubble to try to save my rogue, and he pops evasion. We just wasted 3 cooldowns. So cooldown management is super important with this this add-on right here, and you should definitely have it as a team. Alright, the next add-on we're going to be talking about is something called Nameplate cooldowns. So essentially what this does is just, for example, you're fighting a mage, you're attacking the mage, and you see his health bar right here. You'll see some of the cooldowns he uses and their cooldown timer. So for example, you'll see if they used Ice Block will pop up right here, and there'll be a 2-minute cooldown for Ice Block. So now you see it over their head and you know, okay, this guy doesn't have Ice Block. So that's basically nameplate cooldowns. It just shows the ability on top of the player's health bar, and it just makes it easier for you to see what's going on in the game as well. Alright, so another add-on we have is called OmniCC. OmniCC right here. Essentially what this does is, look, I'll just show you. It just highlights your abilities and shows you how many seconds you have left on your cooldown. So for example, if I were to use Shield of Vengeance, it shows right here 2 minutes. If I use Bubble, it shows 5 minutes. Wake of Ashes, 45 seconds. It just highlights the number over your icon so you know when your cooldown is up. I think there's a regular feature in the game, so this might not be needed anymore. you can just use the built-in feature that's built into the game, or you can just use this one. It's an add-on. You can get it if you want. If you don't want it, you don't need it, but just make sure you have that feature turned on no matter what. Alright, the next add-on we have is called Big Debuffs. So for example, it just looks like this. You go to add-ons, interface add-ons, Big Debuffs, and it looks like this over your portrait. But since you're going to be using raid frames in Arena, it'll show the raid frame, and then underneath it'll show like the debuff that you can dispel. Like for instance, fear. It'll blow it up. It'll blow up the icon to make it look so much bigger than the other icons. So maybe it'll catch your eye quicker, and you're able to dispel your teammate faster. So that's essentially what Big Debuffs does. It just makes the spell icon bigger, so hopefully you can catch it quicker and dispel it faster. Alright, so the final add-on in this video is going to be called Details Damage Meter. So essentially what it is, it's just a little box right here, and it shows you the damage done, and it breaks down that damage. So for example, let me hit this dummy for a little bit. I'm hitting this dummy, blow some cooldowns, whatever. Okay, so I did 8,600 damage. My DPS was 915, and then it breaks down the spells. So the most damage I did was with Templar's Verdict, and then it was with Auto Attack, and then Blade of Justice, and then Sanctified Wrath, and then Judgment, etc., etc. It just breaks down everything in a nice way, and this can be really helpful in Arena. I also have a healing window as well, so you can just change this from damage done to something else. So healing done. So for example, you cast a few flash of lights or whatever, it would do the same thing for healing. It would break down the healing right here. And then you can also create another window to see in Arena who is breaking CCs. So for example, if my teammate polymorphed the enemy player and I hit that person, my teammate can see that I broke the CC right here. It would just show what interrupts are here and break it down. So it would say like I broke the polymorph with Judgment like 10 times during that game, for example. And then you can also see the interrupts right here, and it would show the same thing. I used Rebuke on Flash of Light 3 times during that game, and also dispels. My Dispriest dispelled us X amount of times. So all this information is helpful. You can look into the data to see if your priest is doing as many dispels as they can, if you're trying to kick as many times as you can, who's breaking CC, and all that stuff. So you can like try to coordinate better in the next game with your teammates. So all you have to do is just get damage details meter, and just set up the windows you want. I like to have them over here in the corner. I like to have a damage one and a healing one, and sometimes I change them to look at CC, interrupts, dispels, and all that other stuff we just spoke about. So yeah, super helpful. Helps you coordinate with your teammates, who's doing what, and what they can improve on if they're making any mistakes. Okay, so here we are. The arena started. We are in an arena match, and as you can see, my raid frames right here. Omni cooldown shows my teammates' abilities right here, his cooldowns right here, die by the sword, spell reflect, etc., etc. And big debuffs will show if he has Hajj here, it'll pop up really big right here compared to everything else, and I'll be able to dispel him if I was holy. And then we have damage meters over here with details. We'll check that after the game. sArena has loaded up right here, and we have GladiusEX underneath, so we're able to see all the cooldowns the Red Paladin has, and we see the Balance Druid cooldowns right here. Might have to add more. I don't think this is all they have. I'm sure they have more. And yeah, we'll fix that after the game. So this is nameplate cooldowns right here. You see he just used Hajj and Wings, and now he's disarmed. I know he has 2 minutes on his Avenging Wrath. Oh, I just killed him. That's unfortunate. The druid just went stealth. He's a balanced druid, so he'll probably kill me with Convoke. Here we have other cooldowns right here. So I know he used Avenging Wrath. He has 20 seconds left on Hajj. This guy's casting Root. I can see it right here, or I can see it over there. I don't have too many cooldowns for balanced druids, so I'm gonna have to fix that. But if there was a rogue trying to kick me right now, it would pop up right here, and then I would know I'm able to free cast freely. So I know what's on top of him right now. I'm just gonna kite him until I have cooldowns. I'm afraid of Convoke if he actually has it. I'm sure he has it. Every druid has Convoke if they're Night Fae and not terrible. I'm gonna push him because I really don't care. He used Barkskin. It popped up right here and it popped up over here. I should have Barkskin over here. Oh, it is there. And why didn't it show up? He used Thorns, so I'm not going to attack him. He silenced. He Convoked. I'm pretty much dead here. Yeah, I'm dead. Wasn't paying attention to Convoke. I was just looking at these things. So now we can go into the damage details meter right here and see the amount of healing I did. So majority of my healing was from Flash of Light. I did 65,000 damage. The other Red Paladin did more than me. The Druid did more than all of us. And his most damage was from Star Surge. And then we can see interrupts as well. So let's go to interrupts. No one interrupted that game. I should have interrupted Convoke if I was paying attention. Dispels, no dispels. No CC breaks that game. Whatever, you get the idea. So those are all the cooldowns that we saw. They were right here. The kicks are over here. And this is my UI. These are the add-ons I use in Arena. And hopefully this video was helpful for you. I'm going to try to edit the GladiusEX cooldowns. So we're going to go to GladiusEX, cooldowns. It seemed like nothing popped up for Balanced Druid. I have Barkskin checked off. Let me look at their baseline. I have Bash checked off, Mass Entanglement. Maybe he just didn't go these other things. I'm not sure. We have Solar Beam, Thorns. All of these popped up like after, so maybe he like joined the game late, I'm not sure. But yeah, just make sure you have everything checked off here like I said before, and yeah, that's it. That was the arena match, explaining all the add-ons, showing you how they work as the game is going on, and hopefully you found this video helpful. Thanks for watching. Yo, thanks for watching the video. I hope you took something valuable away from this video. Make sure to leave a comment if you have any questions and I'll try to get back to you. Make sure to watch one of my recent videos, which is a complete guide on Red Paladins. It'll tell you everything you need to know about Red Paladins. We go over covenants, talents, gearing, and a host of other things as well. As always, thanks for watching. Peace out.